call this meeting to order at 9:03 a.m. Mr. Tony Orth, would you lead us in the pledge, please? Okay, roll call, please.
For February 24th, Supervisor Brown. Here. Supervisor McCowan. Supervisor Smith. Supervisor Colfax will be arriving shortly. Chair Pinches.
Here. Okay, public expression. Mr. Christopher Rowney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. I'm Chris Rowney, and I'm here for the purposes of essentially announcing the appointment of a new unit chief for Mendocino unit for CAL FIRE, who is me. That appointment essentially became official or was announced last Thursday, and I thought it important to bring it to the attention of this board. You may or may not be aware that Chief Romero, who was unit chief of Mendocino unit for about 2.5 years, and worked very closely with the county, in particular Tom Mitchell, and went through a rather exciting period last year. At the conclusion of last year, he actually retired effective November, and we've actually had an interim unit chief for about 3 months. And through a rather lengthy process, an appointment was made, and I just primarily thought it appropriate to come here, introduce myself. My history is as a relatively long-term resident of this county. I moved here actually in 1985, working in the private sector, and then changed over to state service, worked quite a while out of Sacramento, and I've been a administrative officer for the unit for about 4 years now. And so this is an interesting move for me. It's a little bit taken with some degree of trepidation, but we will be working closely, continue our efforts to work closely with the county and in order to serve the people of the county. As you may know, we have a long-term relationship with the county to begin with, just in our ECC county contract providing dispatch services for 21 local agencies and ambulance services. We hope to continue that. I'm working with the county on that. Even just met with them actually a couple of weeks ago and continuing forward with that program. So I'm just here to introduce myself, to make you aware of our continued desire to work with the county, and certainly I will make myself available as needed to the county if you have any particular desires as it relates to CAL FIRE's activities or things in which we may give you some level of assistance.
First of all, congratulations, Chris.
Thank you very much.
And it's nice to see somebody in your position that's been on the other side of the fence in the private sector for a lot of years too.
And actually that's part of probably why I was successful, because I do have a resource management background, and this is a resource management heavy unit with Jackson Demonstration State Forest, as well as, of course, the element of forest practice implementation, along with, of course, the operational side from a fire perspective.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Chris. I'm really happy to see you where you are and look forward to working with you through the years.
Thank you, Supervisor Brown.
Thanks again. Tony Orth.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen of the board and staff. I'm placing before you a couple of the resolutions that have been passed by agencies within the County of Mendocino, supporting the formation of a joint powers authority, the study thereof of the Mendocino County Energy Authority. I know the County of Sonoma is taking quite a bit of action in this area, and I made them aware of the law that I'm trying to engage in this effort here. What I'm requesting is formal placement on a future agenda next month for your action on a similar resolution, so we can take Mendocino forward towards our American energy independence. And that's basically why I'm here this morning. I've attached your own staff report that was put out by your planning team several years ago. If you look at the last page, you'll find that they recommend the potential formation of a joint powers authority to accomplish the goals that I'm putting before you and the other cities. I'll be before the city of Point Arena tonight for their formal adoption of their resolution, and I'll also be before the city of Ukiah, I hope, in the next 30 days or so. So this is my request to formally be placed on an agenda and have Tom Mitchell work with me to accomplish that and put forward the necessary information so you can act in our interest.
Thank you, Tony. Carrie?
I think Supervisor Smith was going to say the same thing.
Go ahead.
There is an energy seminar in Weaverville, and I believe it's on Thursday, Kim?
Thursday.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's on Thursday. I didn't know if you're aware of that, or would you like the information?
Yes, email it to me. At
Okay.
remade@starband.net. It's on the piece of paper. I'm pretty busy with this, and so are so many people and agencies in the state of California. And as you know, with the signing of the stimulus bill and work that our congressman has done, this process will enable us to engage the finances that are becoming available. But in particular, I know, having read your comments on the general plan process, that it allows us to develop a strategic energy plan as a component of all of our planning efforts within the County of Mendocino for all our agencies, so we can coordinate and get an energy element or whatever adopted within those plans.
Yes, and this seminar is a regional seminar,
Okay.
and I will send you the information.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tony.
Comment?
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, the regional conference that Supervisor Brown mentioned is a 7-county organization that we're a member of that's
Okay.
trying, and this particular meeting that they're convening is on trying to come up with a regional approach to climate change. So that might be
Okay.
why it would be of interest to you.
Yes,
And
it
I
can-
appreciate your resolution here. You're talking about how you've gone to Fort Bragg, and I think it's something we absolutely should be talking about and considering. So I would be happy to support placing this on the agenda. I think you mentioned possibly next month to bring forward so we can have time for a more detailed discussion.
The Community Energy Act of 1984 not only allows the county to act as an individual agency, but also to form joint powers authorities as well as regional authorities. And thereby, it would coordinate our activities and gives us, for instance, tax-free fiscal instruments throughout the whatever we want to do for our citizens. It gives tax-exempt status to any of the financials that we would put together to do so. And that's already existing in law. We don't need new legislation to accomplish that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
John Sakowitz?
Good morning, Board, City Council, County Council. Just want to state for the record and for the public who watches these broadcasts about the county retirement system. The county remains unhedged in this terrible bear market. I went to the county retirement system 4 years ago, as many of you know, warning about the bear market. Been going to meetings very consistently for about the last 2 years. We currently remain unhedged in this bear market. I repeat that. I had recommended in the last retirement board meeting that County Council look into the advisability and legality of investing in things like long-short funds, bear market funds, alternative investments, things like this that would diversify our portfolio from where it now is. And where we now are is that we're currently indexed to the market.